generational music venue.
Yeah, they need to, when that does get torn down, they need to build another building that hosts like
just the exact same
just
building.
the same exact building. Just rebuild it so it's actually, usable.
They just need a new roof, mostly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't fucking know. They need to redo all of the plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Fucking like McDonald's bags got flushed down the fucking toilet and like.
I don't think there's anything that can be done about that. I don't think there's any return on that investment.
I believe Sean Sturck had his cousin or something come out one time who was a plumber, and he looked at the plumbing and everything. He said, "There's nothing.
Oh,
You have to tear down the building. Like there's nothing that could be done."
that's utterly not shocking.
No. Good old squats. Illyria's squat.
That was a whole ass squat building.
I lived there at one point in time.
It's the transitional phase of people's lives.
Never lived there. Certainly had a room up there, though. Spent way too much time up there. God, it was dirt cheap. It was like $175, like $150 a month to rent it back. This was 2000s, like early 2000s, but it was dirt cheap. Everyone get together and throw in $40-50 and
That's nothing. Things I've done in that building.
I don't think I remember anything I've done in that building.
Yeah, probably not. I accidentally got stoned on paint fumes one time in that building.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Me, Nick, Porno Dave, and Fat Tom. Fat Tom showed up with a bunch of fucking cans of spray paint and stencils and shit. We spray painted an entire room, and then we walked out and walked across the hall to go see fucking Aaron Chopoff. Talked to him. We came back. We looked. There was just paint fumes pouring out of the room. We were like, "Oh, that's why we feel weird." And just nobody thought to like open the door.
open a window, please, guys.
A window in the bakery?
There were no windows. There was there was one at the end of one of the halls. I remember a friend of mine had like big windows in it.
Yep.
And it was the only one.
The bathroom had windows.
Yeah. The one room you don't want them in.
Or maybe you do. You need some ventilation in those bathrooms.
Yes.
I didn't do much good.
No. The stench was trapped within the walls.
Porcelain has memories.
Not good ones.
Not good
I
ones.
think we've moved into speed round. Steve, you have a minute on the clock.
I gotta go first. Fuck.
You always have to go first.
Yeah, this is your...
What are you doing this week?
Some homework.
Nice.
I gotta do a final draft for an essay.
Hell yeah.
I've never had to do an essay where like your rough draft and your final draft need different numbers of words. And that's disappointing to me because I had a finished paper and I was like, oh yeah, final draft, you need 200 more words.
Oh.
Fuck. So I got to do that. Just kind of hanging
Just
out.
go in and add more ands. Just
Look.
add 200.
My last
ands.
essay I got 100% on, okay? I'm on the dean's list. I'm trying to keep it that way. Thank you. That's mostly it. I just got some homework, kind of chilling. I've been real extra busy this last week with Adventure Day stuff. So I'm trying to take it easy, hang out with my dog, cook some food because I've eaten out like all week.
Hell yeah.
Which is really out of the ordinary for me. Get back a little bit, my normal structure back, and that's it. I'm trying to take it easy this week.
Nice.
Yeah. Did I make it in time?
I don't know. I wasn't actually timing you.
Fuck.
You've got some time on the clock.
And with this little extra time that I have left, I'd like to thank my dog for being a good boy.
Good boy.
He is a good boy. I just met him for the first time today. It took a little while, but I think we got a good relationship now.
He's coming around quick. He was really, really a handful when we first got him.
Yeah.
And we actually took him for an assessment with a trainer. We're thinking about getting him to some dog training. And the trainer was like, well, he's got his commands sound great. We're like, yeah, he's not this well behaved at home. What's going on? But as long as you got a treat in your hand, he will do whatever you say.
Just always be prepared.
You know,
Yeah.
do you have him solve your quadratic equations at all? or-
No, that's next semester.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Good.
That's a joke. I don't think I'll be doing those.
Oh, I wish you were.
Same.
You're such a good boy, Steve.
Oh,
Hey, Phil, what you got going on this week?
Well, early in the week, I'm going to have a lot of grading to do because our quarter ends. The quarter is officially ended, but I don't have to turn grades in until this week. So I'm too nice of a teacher, and I tell all my students that they can turn in their work up until the day before.
Nice.
So I'll be grading work, from 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago.
Nice.
Before that goes in. And that's what my early week is going to look like. And then I'm in another band that was actually with a teacher from my school.
Really?
Yeah. We just do like 60s, 70s, like soul, a little bit of funk covers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
No, it's a lot of fun, especially as a bassist. All that stuff was very bass driven. Really holds down the melody. So, so we're getting together for our first practice in forever. It was a lot of us work in schools. A lot of us had the opportunity to get our vaccinations early. So it's going to be fun playing music together with people again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Let me know when y'all play out because I'm definitely interested in seeing that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know.
This is going to be disco summer for me for reasons that we don't have to get into right now.
Well, now we have to get into them.
Yeah,
you can't give me the popcorn and say no butter.
So this is just a silly thing, but at work, there's this guy I work with, and he had a new speaker, and he was like, Steve, I hear you like music. You like any good music? What do you listen to? I'm like, man, I listen to everything. And he's like, oh, yeah? Well, who's this band? And he'd play something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's this song by this band. He's like, what? No. And then he tried a whole bunch of songs, and I mean, this went on for like maybe 10 hours of work over 2 days, and I was somewhere around like a 90% correct ratio. But the one thing that I consistently bombed on was disco. And I thought that was unfortunate for me.
Because disco's dead.
I am not sure if I can agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
He'd play like some Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. I'm like, that's not cool. I want to know.
How do you not know who Earth, Wind, and Fire is?
Well, I know who they are, but I didn't necessarily recognize
that
the
song.
songs.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's understandable.
And it was pretty consistent that the ones that I'd missed were in the realm of disco and funk. And so I think that I like that music more than my knowledge does it justice. So
Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
that's the kind of thing that I think will sound good. I'm on the back porch. I'm grilling. I got some music playing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. It very much good time music.
Right.
For sure.
disco died here, that's for sure. But over in like the UK, it didn't die.
Well, then
If you listen to a lot of like synth pop, it has a lot of disco influence too.
Yeah, I feel like it just kind of morphed into like basically a lot of electronic music is its predecessor was disco.
Yeah.
But we don't play any disco. I promise you, you will not be hearing us play any disco
Just
music.
funk and soul. Just funk and soul.
Funk, soul, what like old school, what was considered old school R&B, like that, that kind of stuff.
That's what
Otis Redding covers and all that good stuff.
That's why I really dig Silk Sonic. It's the new project from Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. And it's a funk album.
That'll be pretty sweet.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not a big Bruno Mars fan, but like these two together, it's just pure fucking funk and soul.
Love it.
And Bootsy Collins named the band and introduces the album. So if Bootsy Collins puts his name on it, it's got to be good.
Nice. Yeah.
Love me some Bootsy.
It's Bootsy, baby.
It's Bootsy.
Is that so? You said that's the early part of your week. You got anything going on at the end of the week?
No, don't really have any set plans for the weekend, do I? I'm always bad about this. Like about Wednesday, I'll start thinking, am I doing anything this weekend? And if not, I'll do a project around the house. But that's, COVID. That's how things have kind of gone.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rainy week this week, too.
Fuck.
It's supposed to be cold and rainy.
Is it supposed to get cold?
Yeah.
Well,
not cold. It's
Like
going to be like
50s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had seen too.
I really need to mow the lawn. It's getting long.
Get it done today.
I guess I could.
Trying to wait. We should be done with the frost by the end of this week.
I don't even see a frost on the forecast this week.
Good. They say middle of April.
This is when you should do your first cut?
No, when the frost is over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm holding out as long as I can.
Yeah, we've had so much warm, sunny weather though, and
Yeah.
my grass has been
Yeah,
growing.
my backyard's looking rough.
Yeah.
My front
Well-
yard's okay.
Got a
My
lot of
backyard still has puddles.
got a lot of sideshow Bob clumps of grass.
Yeah,
Yeah, just long round clumps of grass.
that's how my backyard is.
Yeah.
So, what you got going on this week, Bobbert?
I think I'm gonna look at some patio furniture and get
Nice.
some of that. See if Steve's got some time to show me how to weld. Just I have a chair that like bounces, or like
Is this an outdoor chair? And
Yes.
Kind of wicker.
No, it's all metal.
It's all metal.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if this is the same chair my grandma used to have. I know this is a weird thing.
No,
Do you have this chair that my grandma used to have by any chance?
it is your grandma's chair. Her initials are etched on the underside. But I'm gonna it's
G-Ma.
Gma.
Gee,
Gma.
How did you know?
Steve's Gma. But it like bent so far so that like it's leaning back and touching the ground. So I'm gonna probably weld some bars so it just sits straight up and doesn't bounce anymore. I'm gonna make an eye appointment so I can get new glasses
Nice.
because I broke the one pair and then the one I have is so fucking scratched. Can't even see out of it. But I don't know. You got anything planned for the weekend?
Yeah, what are you doing, Courtney?
Coming up here again, so you can go to that after.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Just the usual. Going back to D&D tonight. Hopefully, everybody's game for that.
Heck yeah.
See what's inside this light tree. How was your D&D game?
It's okay.
Did they get better? Not better. That's not how I should
it's not
say
that
it.
they're bad.
They're just
They just don't know what they're doing.
noobs.
They are. Yes, that is an accurate description. So I had, when we had ended last week, they had killed 4 guys outside of a bar that these guys hung out at, and they went and took a short rest, and they came back. They didn't clean the bodies up. They didn't move the bodies. They just left the bodies in the road outside of this bar.
I told Zach you should have cleaned those up. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm 4'3", and I was like, what's that fucking matter? You can't take on
You're
20
the
guys.
strongest of them all. You're the one to do that.
Yeah, you
Wait,
can't.
he's 4'3" and he's the strongest one?
Yes, he's a dwarf.
Super dwarf. Like,
Apparently, you got it.
Right?
What's the matter?
It's just going to fall off eventually.
oh,
Yeah.
I did that. That's my fault. Mine's
okay.
still standing. I wonder what I did. Probably didn't give it enough.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I just noticed it.
And so when they came back, there were like 20 plus guys surrounding these bodies. Like, what the fuck? And so when I started off, I did a little bit of backstory, did some Griffin McElroy esque, just put them in situations and just,
Perfect storytelling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was more like imperfect storytelling.
Wow.
You know,
Not everybody can be a McElroy.
Yeah. I'm no Griffin.
You are a Griffin, but not by first name.
Yes. And so then they woke up in a jail cell.
Naturally.
I didn't even bother doing the combat. I was like, you guys are going to die if you guys take on 20 plus guys. So I said, fuck it. You guys were knocked unconscious during this fight. The last thing you remember is getting into a fight. You wake up in a jail cell. I had
Go
to
to
find a
jail.
way.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass go.
I had to figure out a good way for them to get into the Red Brand's hideout. And I figured, fuck it. They'll wake up in the slaves' quarters, locked up.
Y'all are under arrest.
Do you want to hold that up and I'll tighten that down so that it's not just resting on your belly?
He likes the belly rest.
I don't know how I did that.
No.
It happened.
I'm sure I just